Hello everyone, my name is Laura Rizak and I'm the Associate Rector at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church in Charleston, South Carolina. And I'm with you today in our upper room of our new educational classrooms for this week's Family Faith Formation. Now behind me, you can see how this space is set up for a community meeting that the Micah Project, a joint initiative of St. Stephen's and Mount Zion AME Church and other concerned citizens in our area. This is for a community event that group is holding. And that's why it's set up like this behind me. But I wanted to do this video in here, even though it won't be set up this way on Sunday, so that you can appreciate just how much room there is upstairs. Isn't this wonderful? And I wanted you to see it this way, to see it set up and to get a sense of really just how big it is. Because we are going to be using this space on Sunday to have our Advent wreath making event. This is an annual event that we do at St. Stephen's. Last year it got rained out and we didn't have a space, did we? Because of COVID, we couldn't be indoors and we didn't have a space like this, you know, where we really could gather all as one big group out of the elements. This year, with the COVID numbers looking like they are, and with this wonderful, beautiful new space we have, we're going to have that Advent wreath making here indoors. And so we can say no matter what the weather is, that we will have that event. Now, some of you who maybe have never been to one might be thinking, what's an Advent wreath? Or maybe even, what is Advent? and why should I care about this in my family? Well, in the cycle of the year, the church has a way of organizing different weeks of the year by season. So just kind of like we would think we have, you know, summer, winter, spring, fall, the church has different seasons as well, where we might spend time in our worship and our liturgy and our prayers focusing on a particular aspect of Christian faith or a certain part of Jesus's own life. The season that we're in right now is called Ordinary Time, also known as the Sundays following Pentecost, which happened back in the either late spring or early summer, right, depending on the year. So we're in Ordinary Time right now, the green and growing time. But as all of us know, stepping outside, seeing how chilly it is and how some of the leaves are starting to change, we're coming to the end, aren't we, of that green and growing time. And we're about to start a new season in the church. This is called the season of Advent. It's going to begin not this Sunday, not quite, but the following Sunday, November 28th, which is the Sunday right after Thanksgiving. And that will run up until Christmas. It's a season of getting ready, a season of waiting for Christmas, waiting for Christ to be born. So one thing the church in her wisdom does is it tries to teach us as we're waiting to mark time so that we can wait with hope and with peace and with joy and with love. And a wonderful way to mark time during Advent is an Advent wreath. Now you can buy these. I know in my family we have one that's actually made of stone. We can buy them, or it can be really fun to make one as a family. And if you come to church at 9:45 this Sunday, November 21st, we will have all of the things that you need to make a wreath with your family. So one of the things that we'll have is a form, looks like this. So this is just florist foam, and we'll make sure that it gets soaked and prepared so that it's ready for you to use right when you come in. So you'll have a form, and then you'll have all different kinds of greens, of evergreens that you can stick in. Now I know our Flower Guild has done a really great job this year. They've gotten some greens that are very flexible. So those will be really easy to shape along to make the form of the wreath. So kind of like you have a wreath that's hanging on your door like that. This is a wreath that you sit down, but it's the same kind of shape as a wreath that goes on your door. And then we'll have some other decorations, some maybe little berries or other little things that you can put in to try to make your wreath beautiful. It's nice, isn't it, that when we are heading into the season, when the green and growing time is over, it's nice that our wreath is made out of evergreens. It reminds us that even when the green and growing time is past, that we know it will come again. We know that there's something green and alive in the world and in our hearts, even when it seems like it might be cold or dark around us. So that's why we use those greens. Makes it look festive and has a spiritual meaning as well. Then we've got some of these guys. So if you can see that, he's got a hole in the top there and a spike. And what you'll do is you'll jab it into the foam right here. You might want to put these in first before you put your greens in, just so that way you're not fighting your way through the greens to get them in there. And you'll put 4 in, so kind of like the points of a compass here. Now, I'm not going to put mine in right now because I want to make sure that this wreath is saved for someone else to use. But just like the points of a compass or the points of a cross, you'll put in 4 of these guys. What do you think these hold? They've got a hole here. They must hold something. Well, if you've made Advent wreaths before, you know that they hold candles. Now, this candle still has plastic on it that we will take off before you make your wreath, and certainly before you light the candle. But they'll fit in it, kind of like that. Now, the color of this candle here is purple. The color for Advent is either blue or purple. In our church, we usually use blue, but in some other place, many of the candles that you see are purple. Either color is fine. All right, purple is and blue too, these are really serious colors. They tell us that there's a great mystery on the way, that something wonderful is about to happen. So if you see a blue candle or a purple candle like this one, you should start thinking that maybe it has something to do with Advent, with that great mystery coming into the world. So into each holder, you'll put a candle. Every person is going to get 3 of the purple candles and 1 of the rose candles. Right? It's a pink candle, but we call it the rose candle. Now, you might be wondering, why would we have 3 purple candles and 1 pink candle? What is going on with that? Well, the first Sunday, we would light a purple candle. Second Sunday, we would light a purple candle. But the third Sunday, we would light the rose candle. This is for a special Sunday called Gaudite Sunday. And really the rose candle is meant to symbolize that even though this is a kind of a serious time of waiting, that there's also a lot of joy in it as well. So we have this rose candle in there as well. Third Sunday. Fourth Sunday, another purple candle. By that fourth Sunday, we will have all of the candles lit, and we'll be very close to Christmas. If you come to this Advent wreath making event, you will have a form, you will have candle holders, you will have greens, you will have all of the candles you need, and I'll have a devotion for you as well, so that when you take it home with your family, there's really short little prayers that you can say as you light the candles, and can help remind you that this season that we're entering into, yes, it's about running around and getting presents, and it's about all of the busyness that we associate with the season in our secular lives, but it's also about something much greater and much deeper. It's also about waiting and joyful expectation for the light of the world to be born in our lives and in history and in our hearts. Be well, friends. Stay safe. Wear your mask. And I'll see you soon.